Hello everybody, GameJacker here, and today I'm going to give you the top game cheating apps for Android in 2024. As always, I'm going to go through these from the most popular ones to the less popular ones. So without any further ado, at number 1 we have GameGuardian. This is pretty hard to use. It's a memory editor, allows you to edit game memory. Do not use this on online games if you don't know what you're doing. It's extremely useful. There are also scripts available to use with it. However, it's pretty difficult. There's going to be a tutorial at the link in the description that you can follow to learn the basics. Now, number 2 is a lot easier to use. It's HackerBot APK. This allows you to find legitimate cheats for any game, including Android games. It allows you to scan legitimate websites for the cheats and modded APKs that you are looking for, and is, of course, highly recommended and easier to use than all of these. At number 3, we have APK Editor, or any APK editing tool, I would say. This is also extremely difficult to use. It allows you to decompile your game APK, modify it, recompile it into an installable modded APK, and then play the game with your modifications enabled. Now, this is even more difficult to use than GameGuardian, and this is going to be a pattern with most of these tools. These tools are not necessarily for people that just want to download a file and have working cheats in a game. You're going to have to learn these. There are going to be tutorials in the description below as well. So we have a tutorial on how to use GameGuardian, also a video tutorial on this channel. There's tutorials on how to mod APKs and make easy modifications. However, as you can see, the tutorial is pretty long. There's also a video. These are not easy to use, but they do work. So at number 3, we have HackAppData, or any kind of app that allows you to modify game data. So this is basically your safe state in an Android game. You can modify your saved data. However, this will only work on offline games. There's also going to be a tutorial down in the description as well on how to use these data editing tools such as Chatroid or HackAppData. Also pretty difficult to use, however easier than modding APKs or using GameGuardian without any prior knowledge. So just keep that in mind. Then at number 5, we have bots and macro software. Bots and macros are usually run through a PC, through an emulator, such as, for example, Nox or LD Player. Some of these emulators even come with scripting software right in the emulator that allows you to automate certain tasks, and a lot of mobile online games can easily be botted or automated using these scripts and macro software. You can also use PC macro software to do that as well. Very useful, especially for those grindy type games that basically play themselves and you only have to tap a few buttons here and there. Then at number 6, Chatroid. That's another HackAppData variant. I think it has ads in it, so that's why it was scored lower. Then, of course, Android emulators are extremely useful for cheating, although they're not necessarily cheating software in themselves. They allow you to, for example, use PC controls in your games, which is a cheat in itself. They also have scripting and macro functionality, a lot of them. They easily allow you to root your device at the click of a button. Highly recommended to use those, especially for your own safety and your device's security, as if your Android emulator gets malware, your actual physical device stays safe. Highly recommended that you use that. Please don't try to cheat in any Android game without those. Then at number 8, again, APKToolM, very good APK modding tool. We've already gone over that. In APK Editor, same thing, basically different user interface, also works very, very well. Lucky Patcher, of course, how could we talk about game cheating on Android without Lucky Patcher? Allows you to patch apps pretty easily. Some games will have predefined patches that allow you to actually get unlimited resources or private servers, remove ads, and so on. However, most effective on offline games, again, online games gonna be more difficult, you might want to look into creating your own bots or using HackerBot APK for online games. And with that, I think we are basically at the end of the ones that are very popular. Of course, at number 10, APK Mods. Shouldn't forget about those. Not actually a game cheating app, but also kind of. So modded APKs are of course the number one way of cheating in Android games. HackerBot APK allows you to find those more easily. However, a lot of them are fake. Actually, most of them are fake. If you're gonna want to find legitimate ones, use HackerBot. Just Google HackerBot, or what I recommend you guys do instead is use Brave Search, because if you've ever looked for cheats on Google, you may have noticed that it's pretty difficult to do. Just Google HackerBot or game hacks or game hack and go to hackerbot.net and you'll be able to find legitimate cheats over there. Then Jasi Patcher is another version of Lucky Patcher that also works. Virtual Space is useful for running root apps such as GameGuardian, so game cheating apps that need a rooted device on non-rooted devices. It's basically a virtual machine for Android, also quite useful. SB Game Hacker only works on older versions of Android. There's also a lot more apps that you can look into if you want to at the link in the description below. However, the ones under number 13 are usually gonna be kind of outdated. They're not gonna work for the latest versions of Android as far as I know. So I hope this helps, guys. Again, these are the ones that are most useful in my opinion. Go have a look at them in the link in the description. Check out the tutorials, download, and I'll see you guys later.